Oh, damn it. Damn it. Y'all just ruined my goddamn birthday, you sons of bitches. You bunch of bastards. Let's see. Let's change that thumbnail. Oh, what's up, Nicholas? How are you, buddy? I ain't seen you in a while. I was hoping I'd hear from you sometime soon. Thank you, Nick. Nick's a good man. He's a good guy. Y'all go check out Nick. Yeah, I know, Matt. It's Matt's fault. It's Matt Dumit's fault. Just kidding. I kind of already had an idea that it would get taken down, but I was gonna I assumed 40 minutes maybe I'd get in. No, they took it down instantly. It's like, dude, it's a game from fucking 12 years or more. I mean, 2012. Why is it such a big deal if I share it? Everyone's seen it. I'm not making any money off it. I need a chum nail. Need a chum nail. What was my chum nail? I can't remember. I'm just going to put this one. Yeah, anybody's welcome. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link down there. I don't think I... Oh, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Boom. 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 We're going to do something real quick. Hangathoneth. Okie dokie. Anybody who wants to join in here when you can, there's the link. You must cam up in the back room before you are allowed entry. Yeah, Matt, YouTube fucked it up for us. You know what happened? As soon as that stream ended and said I violated, I thought to myself,
well, fuck.
And I also thought to myself,
yeah, you can kiss my fucking ass.
If it was probably a troll or someone that don't have a life. But YouTube cannot rain on my parade because, damn it, it's my birthday. What's up, Ghost of Haas? Ghost of Haas. Who is the Ghost of Haas? I know who you are, and I know where you live.
I kind of want something other to eat.
What's up?
What's up, birthday boy?
What's up, man? Good to see you in here.
Yeah, it's good to be on here, man. What you been up to?
Not really much, man. Just hanging out. Went out to eat with my dad. And,
That's
really,
good.
just nothing crazy. Just a chill day. Here's Nicholas.
Yeah. What's
Come
up,
on in
Nick?
here,
What up?
Nicholas. What's
What
up,
up?
buddy? I like that hat you got on there, Ballard. That's sharp.
Oh yeah.
That's a man that
Custom
reps his own
made.
industry. That's a man that reps his own
Yep.
business right there. Ballard
For
Sports
sure.
Media.
Yep.
You guys go check
Yep.
out his channel. He's got a huge pile of success just laying over there ready for you to
Who's
watch.
your favorite team, Ballard?
What's that?
Who's your team?
Alabama.
He's a bummer boy.
Bama boy.
Yes.
I don't know what team Nicholas reps. I can't tell.
Yeah, you should be able to tell.
Heck yeah.
Unfortunately,
Why is it unfortunate?
they just heartbreak you every time, man.
Oh. Um,
I'm used
Ghost
to it
of,
by now.
I hear you. Ghost of Haas says, I bet a dirty orangutan did it. Whew. Got many of those going around, don't we?
I should probably go to the comments. I gotta see.
I like that poster
It's
behind
not
you too.
showing me the comments on here. I thought this was my account, dummies.
Yeah, it won't show me here on StreamYard.
Yeah, it doesn't show on here.
It's weird.
Did you work today, Ballard?
No, I worked last night though. Closed, but
Yeah.
I
You
was
got
off today.
a good
Nico
off day.
left. So
What'd you say, Nick?
Nico left.
Yeah, you're Nicoless.
Yeah,
Get it?
but he wasn't gonna stay loyal, so
Yeah. Well, you're Nicoless. You have no Nico, but you are a Nicholas. Long Nicholas.
yeah, right. But Nico left us.
Yeah, it's transfer portal, man. That's what it does. It hurts.
Well, Nico wasn't gonna stay loyal anyway, so
Yeah.
Nicholas is your name, you said?
no, Nico is the quarterback's name who left.
I know, I'm just making fun.
We're just messing
It's
with
all
you.
good, man.
I'm
Nicholas.
thinking Nicholas.
There's less
Nico,
Nico in
he
Tennessee.
he wasn't gonna stay loyal. He wants that money, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the sports come to, man. It's all about the dollars.
You know they're in talks about
I
changing
think
something about.
Merkling girls stay with us though.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be
Nicholas,
good too.
Nicholas, what you been up to, buddy? We haven't heard from you and seen from you, and I haven't in quite a while. What's been going on?
This life hit me in the face, man.
Yeah, it hits you in the face. It hits you in the face and the shoulder and the back and the leg and the pinky
Oh
toe.
my lord, that's terrible to be on YouTube, but okay. Somebody posted a video of a MLB umpire dying on the field.
Oh
Oh
no.
man, that's terrible.
When was that? When did that happen?
But I don't know. It wasn't recent.
That is truly a travesty.
I'm watching these ejections too.
1996. John
Yeah.
McSherry suffered a heart attack while calling a
On the
game in
field.
Cincinnati. Yeah. Well, it was April 1st, 1996. It was opening day of the season. There was a guy named John McSherry who passed, apparently.
He had a heart attack on the field, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
I've been
Me and
watching
Ballard.
ejections.
Go ahead, Nicholas.
I've been watching managers get ejected.
Oh yeah.
I was at a game where a manager got ejected.
Oh really?
Yeah, the Braves. But the other team's manager got ejected.
Oh, that's fair. I guess then it happened to both of them.
No, it didn't. The Braves manager didn't get ejected.
Oh, okay. I need to watch more baseball, man. I know I need to watch more of it.
He goes.
Yeah.
Like this umpire
It's
had
kind
been
of,
terrible all night.
Yeah.
I will say this. It has been hard to watch baseball this year. Thank you, Braves. Holy cow, man. Holy
Me and-
cow.
Me
They're
and you actually
terrible.
talked on the phone earlier, Ballard, right? You called me.
Yeah.
Me and Ballard
Yeah.
were thinking, man, we got to get together and do something, go to a game.
Yeah.
And I
We
think
need to pick one.
yeah, I reckon.
It doesn't, I mean, would you prefer it be a smaller game so it's nothing too
Yeah,
expensive or whatever?
yeah. Get some tickets, man. Some cheap tickets.
Yeah. Here, I'll
So
share screen the
this
schedule. We can look, but
Okay, yeah. Share screen.
this
yeah.
manager came out. And he goes, "What
ULM.
was that?"
That'd be a cheap game.
How much you think these Wisconsin tickets might be? Let me see.
Does Wisconsin come to Bama, or do y'all go there?
They come to
Yeah, it's
Tuscaloosa.
here.
Oh yeah, y'all went there
86.
last year and beat the crap
Concert.
out of them, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, what was it?
that one's
42 to
sold.
10?
Yeah, even though
They're
Jalen
decent price.
Milrow's a trash can.
Right. Trash can with legs. He can run, I'll give him that.
Yeah, he can't throw the ball with a flip though.
Hey,
He
right there,
lost to
97.
Vanderbilt.
That's a little. What do you think about that $97 one? That's a kind of. It's not the nosebleeds, but it is something.
It is something.
Hmm.
Usually,
It's
so
something.
the past, when I went to the USF and the Auburn games last year, we sat in U4CC. Um,
Damn.
and of
So
course, I remember I joked with you about this section, U4PP.
Yeah, U4 is not a bad section though.
RJT.
It's not. But so what had happened was I had bought the tickets around April of last year, like a year ago. And I wanted to give them to my mom as a Mother's Day gift. And I knew they weren't going to actually get to us until the day before the Iron Bowl. They never got to us. So we had to last minute go online and buy 2 tickets. And she said, "Which section did you get?" U4PP. I'm like, she's like, "That's
Here.
way too high. That's way too high. We're going down a few levels. I'm glad we lost these tickets."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm not. I spent a lot of money." But yeah, I can look on Ticketmaster too. It doesn't have to be
Sorry about
StubHub. In
that,
fact,
fella.
I I usually do Ticketmaster anyway. Let's see what
How
they
do
got.
I share
Hold on.
screen, RJT?
Don't do StubHub because me and CB went to a game and they totally screwed it up. Like they
How do
only
I?
sent him one ticket when he actually bought 2 of them for both of us or whatever. And
So
Yeah.
the game I was
StubHub
at, the
sucks.
Braves were playing the Cardinals, and the umpire missed a strike. I mean, it was a strike. As a Braves fan, it's hard to admit, but it was a strike.
How much are
Cardinals
Oklahoma
coach.
tickets?
Strike
Oh,
3 and you're
man,
out.
these are expensive.
Cardinals coach comes out. He goes, "Where the hell was that pitch?" And then he goes, "You're done. You're out of here." Then he goes, "You gotta be effing kidding me."
Can't bring up no comments. It's only, I don't know. It's weird. But Matt Dumit says, I
You
want to
wanna
go see
do-
Ohio State versus Texas first game of the year. What's that,
That'd
Ballard?
be a heck of a game. I bet that's going to be sold
Is
out.
Quinn Ewers
quick.
back or did he leave?
He got drafted to where did he end up going? Because Arch is going to start next year. I'm
I
trying to
thought
think where
Ewers
Quinn
was
went.
coming back because I didn't
No,
think
I
he left.
think
Where did he go?
he's
He
with the
was
Dolphins.
going to come back and then he got drafted early. So
Hang on, Nick.
He
What did you
got
say?
drafted. He got drafted on day 3 to the Dolphins, backing up
Dolphins.
to Tundabalova.
yeah, so he ended up getting drafted earlier than he thought he would. Because there
We could
was
do,
talk about him coming back.
Let's see. How much would these be? Here's Ticketmaster RJT. We got that's not bad right there. $95 a
Hell
ticket.
no, bro.
This is
Yeah.
for the Wisconsin game.
Yes.
I don't have any money till Friday, but like
I'll go in on it, bro. And we can go get something to eat.
you want to do the Wisconsin game?
Yeah, let's do the Wisconsin game, and we can go get something to eat before or after the game. Up to you.
This
Hey,
is
Orange.
Might
on.
take you. I might take you to. Let's go to. I'll take you to Buffalo Phil's if they're not too busy on me. We'll
I
throw
thought
down
you
some
meant.
food.
That's not what I thought you were going to say, RJT.
What'd you think I was gonna say? Can you say it here?
I thought you were going to say Hooters, but
No, no Hooters.
We
Oh
could
God.
we could do Hooters. That's fine.
Oh yeah, Hooters is good. But remember that time we were down there and VVD got so mad because he didn't get his grouper.
Oh, at Harpoon Harry's in
Harpoon
Panama
Harry's,
City.
yeah. He
Yeah,
didn't get his
man.
grouper, man. So out of the
He-
corner of
he-
my eye, I'm eating. I thought he
remember
was going
that
to the bathroom, and out of the
Vols
corner of my
Bama
eye,
game he
left
got
and went
mad
to
at
Hooters.
and left early?
went up the ramp, flew out. I had like 30 people in our
Remember?
community. Where's BVD? Where's BVD? You want to see
Remember
BVD?
what I'm talking about?
What's that, Nicholas?
The one where he left early and he goes, "If anyone talks about me leaving early, screw you," you know?
That's an old one. Yeah, that's an old video. He didn't want to get rammer jammered. That man.
He goes, and then the video said, "Yeah, the bitch had rolled tide," you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
those are good,
we'll
Ballard.
yeah, we could do this. That's 190 for 2. Just
Wisconsin,
let me know. Yeah, the Wisconsin game on September 13th. Just let me know how
that's
you
the
want to do the
second game.
Oh,
payment.
leave that up for a second, Ballard. You.
Yeah.
That's the second game of the year, ain't it?
No, it'd be the
Third.
it'd be the third game. Who do we play second?
September 6th is
Wait.
the first game, so Wisconsin is second.
Okay.
No. August 30th is Florida State. Now
That's the
September
first
6th is our
game.
first home.
Okay.
And then Florida State and then
Wait.
Wisconsin, I believe.
No, Florida State, ULM, Wisconsin, Georgia, Vandy, and so on.
Yeah, Georgia has to come to. You know who Tennessee gets first conference game? Georgia, which is the most ridiculous thing.
Let's.
Does it look like a good view for you on
I'm gonna show you.
U4AA?
That's what it's showing. That don't look bad at all, does it? That ain't bad.
Who's your favorite MLB team, fellas?
Look, Ballard, look.
Braves. That's
Right,
the
Ballard.
view.
Yeah, that ain't too bad.
We were in
Doug,
we were in U4CC, so
I
we
think
were
I've even
pretty
sat
close to
there
that.
before, so it's not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Oliver, how do you screen share, RJT?
You can present down at the bottom if you
How
get
do you
the
do it?
option. It might
When
not
you
let
hit,
you. It might not let you because you're a guest, though.
You usually
oh,
can't if it's on a computer.
Are you on a computer?
I'm on my phone, said.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
If I'm not logged in, I guess.
This is actually, I believe, this is like the other side or this side, but this is the section where I had to go drag somebody out of the stadium. They kept knocking
yeah.
over. They kept falling over people. They couldn't. They were too drunk, and the dude like fell over
Who
like a
dragged
baby or
who
something,
out?
almost hurt the baby. I was like, dude, you got to get out of here. So it took like me and 5 guys to get this drunk guy out of here, dude. He was like a bull in a china shop. I mean, this guy was
Who dragged him out?
me and a few other guys. This was
Why
like,
do you drag him out?
oh, we were working. We were working security. We were ushers for that area.
How were you a security guard?
How was I a security guard? Because I wanted to be, and they hired me.
Do you still do it?
Yeah. It's one of
But
my
you
side
won't be a
gigs.
security guard at this game, will you?
Oh no. I'm ready to enjoy it. I'm ready to enjoy the game. I'm usually working during these games.
So, who's your favorite baseball team, RJT? Or do you have one?
I really don't have much interest as I used to in baseball. Well, really, I never had much interest in baseball, but I watch it every now and then. I'll go for the Braves, jump on.
I
But
watched the
I can't sit
Cardinals
here and say I'm a
manager get
true blue
ejected.
Braves fan, and I can't say that.
I watched the Cardinals manager get ejected live.
St. Louis Cards.
Yeah, I did. And then he goes, "That's fucking bullshit."
Matt Dumit says tickets for Ohio State and Texas starting at $278.
You know what the Cardinals manager said?
That's a little high there, Matt. But that's gonna be
That's the
actually
starting.
You know what the manager said?
that sounds about right, Matt, because
Hey,
it's a
let
big
me log
game.
on to let me get on my laptop.
All right, buddy. Yeah, Matt, that's about right for that game.
I'll try to anyway, maybe.
You're gonna be paying a little something.
Well, one rock.
One rock plus one rock equals 2 rocks.
That one's for Nicholas.
And that he was very mad in that video.
Yes, sir, he was. So are you
Because
serious, Tyler? Are you
the
serious? You
cashier
really
didn't know
wanna?
how to count and change.
Yeah. Are you serious, Ballard? You really wanna?
Dude, I want to hit up a game with you, man. For
All
real.
right, bro.
I went to USF
One
with
rock.
my parents, and I did the Iron Bowl with just mom last year. So if you do, we need to make up for that A-Day disaster.
Yeah,
for
me
real.
and Ballard, we try to hang out one A day, and he's telling me, "Hey, I'm over here at this section." I'm like, "Okay, I'm on my way," and I'm there. I'm following the signs and stuff, going down the stadium. I'm here. I don't see you. Wait a
It was
minute.
the weirdest. It
You're
was
on
the
the
dumbest
opposite
game of
one. Look,
where's Waldo.
this is where Ballard. This is where I was, and then
Yeah.
Ballard was over here.
And then
But
I'm like,
actually, it was like kitty corner, so we had to go all the way, dude. We were just like, okay, forget it. That's too much.
Oliver Marmol.
That's too much.
So the Cardinals manager, I was at a Braves game a few weeks ago on a Monday. Cardinals manager got kicked out of the game.
Dang. So
also
Nicholas, are
known
you
as
doing any YouTube on your channel? Are you doing anything? Are you doing stuff over there?
I try to.
Try to. When's the last time you done something? Maybe we can get something going over there, and I'll come like on your stuff, buddy, and I'll support you. Maybe get you some subs going. Sounds to me like you need to start a baseball channel.
But I watched Oliver. His name is Oliver Marmol. He got ejected.
They say, get out of here.
Because he was arguing.
Arguing? What was he arguing about?
A call the umpire made that was not very good. I'm not gonna lie, as a Braves fan, I'll say that umpire was not good for them at all.
You been to
He
any
didn't
Tennessee
know,
baseball games, Nicholas?
huh?
You been in any baseball games, Nicholas? Tennessee?
Not in Tennessee, but I've been to the Braves game
Okay.
this year.
I'd like to go out there. I bet I'd get into it if any sports event is better in person.
One ruck plus one ruck.
Equals 2 Rex.
That cashier didn't know how to count apparently, so he was very upset.
He said, you better count it.
He wasn't happy about the change. I don't know what set him off, but I guess they didn't know how to count
No.
or something like that. And the store ripped off because he said there was stuff above $5. So he's mad about two things.
Sometimes you just got to tell them like it is.
Yeah, so it was above $5 and the cashier.
Yeah. I'm going to have Ballard, if you would be so kind, sir, to hold her down for a few minutes for me. I'm going to use the restroom. You and
Mute your
Ballard.
mic. We don't need to hear it.
Bleep, bloop, bloop, bloop. I'll be back.
What's up, Ballard?
What's going on, Nicholas?
I'm doing pretty good, so.
That's good, man. I don't know if I've ever actually talked to you, or have you been on my channel before?
No, but I know last time you were on BAs, we were talking about your woman.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were on Bad Bitch Fuel,
Yeah.
right?
But is that still going on, or is that?
Nah, I mean, the last one I moved on from completely. Like, probably never gonna hear or see her again. I'm talking to
Oh, is
someone
that
else
the
now.
one we were talking about?
I think so.
Because we were talking about that on BAs, and
Yeah.
so is that the one you moved from?
Yeah,
It was going good there for a while, wasn't
it was, but it just didn't work itself out like I had hoped, or like she had hoped to.
it? Oh yeah, sometimes that can happen too. Have you been to a
Yeah.
Braves game this year?
No, but I usually I go in August to a Braves game with my grandmother. I don't know if we will this year. I don't know if I even want to do that this year because of how bad they've been. I don't need to put us through that.
Yeah, they've not been great this year.
They've had some good moments though. Like they've had some wins, but they have had their worst season in decades. Like for real, man. I don't know if I've
In a
ever seen
couple
them this
years,
bad.
that's for sure. The worst season in a couple years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't had that bad of a season since 2016 or something like that.
Yeah. Just a couple years or so before they got all like Acuna and Freeman and won the World Series that one year in
Yeah, that
2020 or
20.
no 21.
Yeah,
21.
I
Yeah.
watched the Cardinals manager get ejected at the Braves Stadium, though.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's funny.
I was there when that happened.
That's pretty cool.
It was hilarious. But that umpire was
Yeah.
not very good. And the Cardinals guy wasn't wrong about what he was arguing about, so
Yeah. The fact that Atlanta is only third in their division right now instead of dead last is amazing
yeah,
to me.
because they went on that winning streak. They got hot for a minute.
Well, yeah, they won like 3 straight games and stuff, but have you seen the Marlins?
They're
Holy
dead
cow, they're
last.
bad. They're worse. They are so bad, dude. They can't hit anything worth anything,
No,
you know?
no, they're
They look
terrible.
so
The Braves lost to the Marlins earlier in the year too.
yeah. Like what's up with that now? They play tomorrow at 6:15 against the Reds.
Yeah, and we're losing right now. So
No, the game's over tonight.
they lost.
Yeah, 4-3.
Yeah, we tried to make a comeback. We waited too late
Yeah, the
because we
Reds, I
got
guess,
down
were on a
4-0.
well, yeah, but I mean, it was 4-3. The Reds won by a run, and
Yeah, because
I
we
don't
got
know,
down
man.
four.
The Reds. I don't know if you've seen
They're
the Reds this
terrible.
year. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're 19-19. They were below 500 by one game. Coming into the game, they've
We were
struggled.
too. So
Yeah.
we were 17 and 18. Now we're
Yeah.
17 and 19.
Yeah.
If we get them tomorrow, we'll be all right. So
Sorry about that. I'm back.
What's
do
up?
you?
Yeah.
What time do they play tomorrow? 7:15 Eastern.
Yeah, something like that. Let me see.
Ugh.
6:15. I'm in Alabama, so yeah, 7:15 Eastern.
Alabama.
Or
What part of
actually, it was
Alabama are you
2.
in, Ballard?
Coleman.
Oh, that's what are the central time in Alabama? It's
9:21.
It's
what cities? Huntsville,
pretty
maybe.
much. Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much all of them, I think. Um, except for maybe Eufaula is Eastern. I don't know. Like the city you can get into when you first get into the state if you're coming from like Georgia. I don't know. They got
Oh, oh.
We're going to a foosball game. We're going to a foosball game. We're going to the game.
yeah, man.
All
Let's do
right.
the Wisconsin. Let's do the
Radioactive.
Wisconsin one. We'll work the details out about how we want to buy the tickets.
Yeah,
Pardon
and
me.
Let's go get some grub. Get some good eat.
Well, this funny story, Ballard.
Yeah.
Last time we had a stream with me and RJT, we called it the Nicholas stream.
Yes, that we did.
Yeah.
Is indeed the Nicholas stream.
This one
Was-
can't be the Nicholas stream because it's not just me.
Oh, well, yeah. It can be the Nicholas stream with RJT and Ballard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I thought I was going to pass gas, but here we are. Speaking of that, Nate's gotten
Better
kicked
out
out
than
of
in.
Nate's gotten kicked outside of some streams for that. BVD's kicked him out a few times
Yeah, old Nate's gotten the boot
Yep.
a time
because
or two.
he did it too many times. So it gets annoying after a while.
Lawn
I'm sure.
Tractor
Here,
Life
DVD.
says, "Happy birthday, RTR." Thank you, Lawn Tractor Life.
You know,
Appreciate
it
you
does
coming
get
over
old
here.
after a while. So
Millis.
Is that Millis Vanillis?
Lawn Tractor
That
Life, that's
is.
Millis.
That is Millis
Yeah.
Vanillis. Dang, Millis,
You
you're
know-
messing me up, man.
passing gas on the stream, it gets to a point where it's kind of intentional,
Look at it. It is Millis.
right?
It is Millis.
What's up? What's up?
RJT.
What's that, buddy?
It does get to a point where it's kind of intentional and annoying
What does?
passing gas on the stream.
Better out than in.
But still, it gets to a point where it's intentional and annoying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you do it to troll, it's not fun. The
That's what
mother
he was.
effing mother freaking vanillas.
Easy now.
Welcome in here, buddy. I got excited. I can't help it. I miss Millie Vanilli.
Yeah.
Him. Oh. I feel like, yeah, Nate was definitely doing it to troll a lot.
Oh, Nate's just Nate. We love Nate.
Well, fuck.
Well,
Well, fuck.
Well, you stopped it.
No, I didn't. It's just 1 second.
Well, fuck.
Hey. Is that long
South
Tractor Life?
Carolina, breaking news, man. South Carolina eliminates Alabama softball from the SEC tournament.
Oh, geez.
I'm
6-2.
okay with that. Sorry, y'all.
Hey, Millis, flash your camera on just real fast. If that's
That's him. It's
that
him,
is
man.
okay.
Yeah, you got him. What's up, Millie Vanilli?
What's going on, fellas? Roll Tide.
Roll
Tide.
Tide, brother.
Hey, happy birthday there, baby Law Tide. I mean, Rammy Jamma Taylor.
Baby outside. LT.
Thanks,
Jr.
man.
Hey,
I do.
RJT, give me a one time.
One time
One
up
time.
in.
I saw
his
your
video.
video yesterday. I thought I was looking at Law Tide when he was 20 and shit. It was funny. It was good.
Give
That's
me
what
a
they call
one
me, Little
time,
Law
one
Tide.
time.
What you guys
How you
doing
been,
this
man?
week? I've been doing pretty good, man. Been doing all right, you know. I hope you are too. I've kept up with you a little bit, and I'm stubbed to you. And you know, I've watched some of your videos. I can't watch all them game streams. I don't know what the fuck's going on in those games. So I kind of
Yeah.
just come in and say hi and go out. You know, I'm
Yeah,
an old
man.
guy.
No, dude, I
Damn.
Anything
appreciate
past
the
like
love.
Tetris is above my head. So you know,
I hear you.
but
Jordan, easily.
Millis, you stay pretty busy, man, don't you? You're always working, ain't you, boss?
yeah, wide open, dude. If I ain't coming, I'm going. Yep.
Are you
Always,
still
brother.
trucking?
Yeah, actually, I just bought my own dump truck, dude. I bought a dump truck Valentine's
Heck yeah.
Day. So
Right
I'm running
on.
my own dump truck business and that. It's going pretty good. Going pretty
Right
You
good.
know
on.
what they say. You know what they say. Dump trucks make a man.
Well,
Hey,
they say a lot of stuff that has something to do with dump trucks. And what I will say is you can take a dump while standing up and get your rocks
Oh,
off.
my.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'd try to do that if I were you.
Well, if you got a dump truck, you can get your rocks off, take a dump, all while standing up. So there you go.
In a
It's
truck.
kind of a unique. But Ballard,
Hell
what you been
yeah.
up to? How's your girlfriend going? Are you married yet?
I ain't married yet, man. I'm still trying to work it all out. You know,
Yeah.
I'm with someone else now.
Okay, Ballard. Wait, yeah, I know the one girl kicked you out because God spoke to her. Well, what about the new chick? Is she a faith person? Is she believer in that?
She is, but she's not as wild and wacky as the last one. So thank you, Jesus.
Okay, so she's she's no Jim Jones type and that, no David Koresh type. That's a good thing,
Nah.
Ballard.
Yeah. She's kind of quiet and shy. She's like
Oh, you got a
she's
new
not the
one.
best. Yeah, well, she's not the best as far as like outgoing and opening up conversation, but if I open the conversation and stuff, she'll
But
she'll
sounds
carry
like
it.
you got a good one, though.
Well,
Yeah, she's great.
if I may, Ballard, do you mind if I, ask you a few questions? I've just been curious, and you haven't talked about it a
Yeah,
whole lot in the scene. And I
you're
don't mean
good.
to take over the stream or rob your stream there, Remy, but
No, you're good. I'm
I'm
glad
just,
you're in here,
if you
brother.
guys are okay with it. All right, Ballard, question one. Does she live
Okay.
in Alabama?
Yes.
Question two, is she in the same county you are?
Yes.
That's a good thing. So you don't got to travel and get a hotel and all that like you did before. And then
Right.
third of all, so what I really want to know, Ballard, is she into the sports? Does she like the college football? And if so, does she have a team?
Roll Tide.
Come on, man. You have struck gold, sir.
Come on,
You
man.
have struck gold.
Come on,
You
man.
have struck gold. Well, she's not a ball tard. She's not a dog tard. So you got that going for you.
Dog
Thank
tard.
goodness
I
she's
will
not
say
dog
this.
tired.
I will say she says that she's one of the few Bama fans in her family, and most of them are Weagle fans, like the A-Burns. But I get it. It's part of this state, you gotta love and
Right
rep
on.
whatever team you want.
Well,
Yeah, you don't have to love. I'm just kidding.
when you live in Alabama, the only team that you don't want to be a fan of is them doggone
Both.
War Eagle Tigers. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Other than
Amen.
that, I'm
They
glad you
who called them the War Buzzards?
War Buzzards. Yep, but they're
Yeah.
Tigers, so they have an identity crisis going
Yeah,
on. We
they
all
do.
know that. You know,
I'm
Bruce
surprised.
Pearl's a fake.
I'm surprised Harvey Updike wasn't the craziest person in the world. At least he didn't try to like shoot down that
Auburn the
ball
dumpster
as they
fire
fly
anyway.
around.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I appreciate you answering my questions. I've just been curious about you.
You're good, bro. Anytime.
Peyton
Now,
Thorne
remember,
is a dumpster.
Yeah.
when I saw your video yesterday, Rama, I saw you was talking about you was going to have more football content this fall and that. So I like your background, by the way. It's a beautiful stadium there. Been there
It's a
once or
mighty
twice.
fine one, ain't it?
That looks
Yeah,
like
it's a fine, fine one.
that looks like Streets of Gold, but it's better. It's Streets of Crimson.
You know what
Well,
God said the password is to get into heaven, don't you?
Roll Tide.
Roll
Roll.
Tide.
Roll Tide roll.
What did
And
Bear Bryant's quote? Bear Bryant was like, "Well, I don't know, man. If you want to walk the pearly streets of gold, you got to know that password. Roll Tide, roll."
Yep. Yep.
What he
Yep.
said.
Rob. Huh, give me a head over go Tigers.
Remember where we sat at that time we went, Ballard, where we started out at?
Oh, at the Vandy game?
Yeah, when we all went, we started out way up top. That's the regular place that I sit at because that's where my friends that give me the tickets all like to sit.
Be
So
glad you weren't at the Vandy
Well,
game
I don't
this
know
year.
if you heard, Millis, when I was telling my Iron Bowl story of last year, I almost didn't go even though I bought tickets back for my mom on Mother's Day last year, going back a year ago. But I wasn't thinking, and I had bought tickets in section U4PP, which is like really high up there,
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And so I'm kind of glad that we didn't get them delivered. They never delivered them, and they were actually resale tickets from Ticketmasters. And the guy that was supposed to send them never sent the damn tickets. So we
Yeah.
ended up, my mom bought tickets like last minute. She got a really good section, and it was the same section we were in for the USF game, U4CC, a few rows down, but in that same area. And I think, dude, I thought it was perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now
U4
you
is
know
pretty good,
Bryant
and I hear N is good too.
Bryant Denny's all electronic tickets now. They don't even you can't even buy paper tickets anymore for that stadium.
Yep.
I would
Uh,
prefer if you like I don't completely trust the postal service and all that, but like, dude, why can't you just instead of this online electronic drama that we had to deal with last year, like why can't you just go up and like first come first serve at the gate? Like I get that it gets crazy and crowded, but like pack your bags and go overnight and sit by the gate and then buy a paper
Go
ticket
left
instead of
us.
this online hacking drama or not getting your tickets because some Indian guy didn't send it your way. That's what
Yeah.
happened
right.
too.
That's
I think the
ridiculous.
Yeah.
guy was Indian.
Yeah.
He was engine.
He's like,
Yeah.
I could only imagine he was probably sitting there thinking, "Oh, funny American. He thinks he going to the
Fuck the
RJT.
Alabama
Idaho.
fan. Fuck the Alabama fan.
Stupid Bama fan. Stupid golf."
Peyton, speaking of a dumpster fire, Auburn is a dumpster fire right now.
Amen, brother. Preach it.
Yeah.
Peyton
I like
Thorne
it.
is terrible.
Well, he's gone now. He's gone. They got Hank Brown went to Iowa. They got Deuce Knight. I'll give them props for their recruiting, but I don't
Peyton
shoot.
Thorne graduated or did he transfer?
He got picked up as an undrafted free agent, I think, to the Bengals or somebody.
What? Who in the
Yeah.
world wants Peyton Thorne?
Well, the thing is, he didn't get drafted. Nobody wanted him, but they signed him to a practice squad so he can at least get some
No, he's
reps
probably
in.
gonna be a practice quarterback his whole career.
You know what's
Is like
funny about Peyton Thorne? A couple years ago, he was really good at Michigan State. People were keeping an eye on him, and then he got to Auburn, and he just didn't. He looked like he didn't know what a football was.
They didn't have the resources there for him or something. Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything around him either.
No.
No. Well,
Damn
I'll
cow
say
pasture.
last year they had some good guys. I thought Perry Thompson and Cam Coleman are good receivers. I do like Jarquez Hunter at running back. So it's not that he didn't have the pieces. He just doesn't. That Auburn lacked leadership last year, and that's fair.
Yeah,
Like I said,
that's
they're
pretty,
recruiting great. They got
If
talent.
Hugh Freeze don't turn it around, though, he is canned.
as long as Auburn is
Yeah.
a dumpster fire, I'm a happy man.
Yeah.
know,
Amen.
If
I don't
we
care what
go
happens
Hugh,
to us. Just don't let them win.
if we
if
go 1
Hugh
and 11,
Freeze
and we
does
beat
not
Auburn,
turn it around, he is done.
What'd you say, Millis?
we go 11 and 1. If the one win is Auburn, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
That's just me. Yeah. If
You
we,
mean
I
1
mean,
and 11?
you know what I mean. 1 and 11.
I
you
know what
know
you
it's
meant.
going to be
But in reality, do you really feel that way?
I do. I really do feel that way. I do because I can't stand them
yeah.
Auburn people. They're shit.
Now, I
Their
will
fan base is
say,
crap.
I will admit, I'm not going to go too crazy and kill trees. I'm not
No,
that
no,
bad.
that's a little extreme, And then
Yeah.
that one lady, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember this, but there was a lady who was watching the Auburn game one year. I forget what year it was.
Was
It
this
was
the
all
five
over
bone
the news.
color, Tammy?
So one chick was an Auburn fan and one was a Bama fan, and then
Oh
when Auburn
boy.
lost the game, she pulled a pistol out of her pocketbook and shot her friend.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, I heard
wow.
about that.
That was
Yeah.
I
good
never
while
heard
ago.
How in
that.
the world did those two get along?
Well, they had been
They
besties since
didn't.
like school, and or maybe they weren't. Maybe they were in some other situation. But one lady, the Auburn lady, pulled her pistol out of her pocketbook and shot the Bama lady with it. I remember that.
See, that's
So
taking
yeah.
sports to the extreme. I understand fanhood. I understand being a big time diehard. I get it. But being a diehard doesn't mean you have to
Shoot
make
people.
someone die hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and when something like that happens, it makes the rest of the fan base look bad. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
whole Hardy Updike situation, I was ashamed
Oh
of
my
it, even as
God,
a Bama fan.
dude.
It was horrible.
There
I
were
wouldn't
dude,
wish that on
there were
anybody.
Bama fans. There were Bama fans chipping in to help
Who
them
won the
leave.
game?
It was so bad. Which year?
The year that happened.
Harvey Updike?
No, the
Well, Harvey
one
Updike,
where the
2020?
lady
Oh,
the lady
season? I
got
don't know.
so Alabama won the game, and
Yeah.
Auburn had led a bunch of the game, and then Alabama came from behind, like in the third or fourth quarter, and took over and won the thing. And
Was this in
yeah,
Tuscaloosa or was it in Auburn?
it was somewhere in Alabama. I thought it was in Birmingham, but I don't remember the details. It's been so long ago.
Oh,
I just
so
remember the
this must have
event.
been an old game, like an old classic, like probably the 90s.
Legion Field game or something.
I
Yeah.
don't remember the exact details. I just remember, you know, because it's been so long, and I don't remember the whole details. But one lady, the Auburn lady, whipped out a pistol and shot the Alabama lady, and
That's
Alabama
stupid.
had won the game from behind. I remember that much. Alabama was trailing the whole game, and they sort of did a 2 and
Yeah, that's
26.
taking sports too far, I know.
Yeah. Well, like even do y'all know the whole backstory behind Harvey Updike was he had called in to the Feinbaum show for the first time to admit that he had poisoned the trees, but he called himself out from Dadeville. But so I guess he was at that 2010. It was the year of Scam Newton, and I guess he said something about going to
Oh
the
yeah,
game and
Cam
seeing
won
a
the
scam.
90 that year, right?
Well, yeah. Well, so he saw a Scam Newton jersey on Bear Bryant's statue, and he said, "I also saw where they would roll Toomer's Corner after victories, and they rolled Toomer's Corner to celebrate the day that Bear
He
Bryant
died.
died."
Yeah.
And
Bear
Paul,
Bryant
I
died,
know we
right?
don't. I know a lot of you don't like Paul Feinbaum too much, but you got to give him props here. He does know his history on stuff, and he said, "Stop it right now, Al from
Yeah, you
Dadeville."
don't
He
do
said,
that.
"Yeah." He said, "Look, I know what you just got through saying, but I have a hard time believing you." And then he said, "Well, Paul, let me tell you what I did." And I remember hearing this word for word. He's like, "The weekend after the Iron Bowl, I went to Auburn, Alabama, because I live 30 miles away, and I poisoned the two tumors trees and put Spike 80DF in them." And Paul's like, Paul didn't even miss a beat. He said, "Did they die?"
You think I care? Roll damn tide. Hangs up the
Roll
phone.
damn time. But
Hangs
did
up
you
the
ever,
phone.
he called back. He called back
Isn't
after he got
2010 the year
caught.
Cam Newton won the NES?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he beat us to get there. And, there was a second call that Harvey Updike had was when he was apologizing, but it was kind of interesting that he said, "I'm not going to apologize for poisoning the trees because then I'm admitting fault." Even though it was clearly obvious that like that's what he needed to apologize for. He said, I just want to apologize that I hurt people's feelings.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Auburn
And he's
won
dead now.
the SEC championship that year and the 90, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they had
Yeah,
a good season.
They
they
beat.
fined him something like $380,000, and he still was paying on it when he passed away. I saw
Yeah.
when he
He
Well,
died.
his
died
That
not
they
too long
family,
ago.
I thought his family was paying what's it called with it starts with an R. What is it? I don't know.
Oh,
Restitution? Is that it?
it would be restitution, yeah.
Yeah.
But
The year.
maybe they're still paying it. I don't know, but that's a
Did you
that
know
was a hell
Cam
of a-
Newton got kicked out of the University of Florida?
Yeah.
Old laptop or something.
Well, that's how the Scam Newton thing came up.
No, that's
Because he
Jameson
stole a
Winston.
computer.
Was it Cam Newton that stole a laptop?
That was Cam Newton at
Okay, yeah,
Florida.
Cam.
Jameis Winston's the crab legs.
That's right. That's right. It's like you were taking them crab legs out of the Slav Olympics.
Oh my gosh,
he had a big
Millis!
old
I wish
budget.
you were there. I wish Millis was there. He would have laughed at this.
He
I
took them
had
crab legs.
we went to Harpoon Harry's after the Slav Olympics on Saturday night in 2024, and I waited for a box. I did wait for a box, but they never brought me my box. And I said, "Screw this! I'm tired. I want my crab legs to go home with me. I'll eat them as a midnight snack or something." I grabbed the whole crab leg bucket and stole it from Harpoon Harry's. I like when Uncle Lou was talking about it. He said Ballard picked up that whole effing bucket like it was a 12 piece from KFC.
Yeah, I remember
He
Lou
marched
talking
out the
about it.
damn door.
Hell yeah.
Ballard gives no fucks.
Yeah, not when it comes to crab legs. You don't
Crab
mess around
legs.
with crab legs.
Scam Newton.
I don't blame
Do you like
Scam
all crab legs or just certain crab legs? Are all crab legs delicious to you, or just the king crab?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
So I prefer either king or snow crab. But
Yeah.
man, you boil those things up and dip them in butter. So what I like to do too, I'll crack them open. I'll get the meat out. I'll set it in some butter, let it sit there while I crack open the rest of them, so it sits and soaks in that butter. Oh my
Stay
gosh.
there a while.
Yeah, man.
So
It's been in there.
So I lived out in Oregon for about 4 years, and I lived right next door to a casino that had a
Yeah.
nice buffet,
Oh.
and they would have crab legs on the buffet once in a while, and they would always
Mhm.
put a sign out front what's on the buffet for that night. And whenever they'd have crab legs, I'd go over there and eat, And
Yeah.
they had several different kinds of crab legs, big ones, little ones, you name it. Now, how do you feel about the imitation crab meat that you buy in the stores?
You talking about the
like that too?
store-bought brand, like the whole,
Yeah,
like if
they
you
have
got,
one. It's not a real crab meat; it's an imitation crab meat,
yeah,
and
no,
that's what
it's
they sell in the
terrible.
grocery
It's
store.
not the
It's
same.
gross, yeah.
It's bad. I hate it, man. You got to go catch that stuff. If you're gonna eat crab legs or crab claws or whatever, you got to go catch that stuff, man. It's got to be fresh, not that
Have you ever been
processed
crab
crap.
fishing,
No,
Ballard?
I've been deep
No.
sea fishing. I've never caught crab myself.
I'll tell you what. If you and I are ever on the coast of South Carolina together, I'll take you crab fishing, and we have blue crabs here on the east, southeast, and they're the easiest
Yeah.
thing you ever catch. It's real
Where do
easy
you
to catch.
go? Aren't you you're in like North Carolina or something, aren't
No,
you?
I'm in South Carolina, but I'm in the upstate. I'm 200 miles from the coast, but
Okay.
I do go down to the coast a good bit and spend some time down there, and
Yeah.
I try to go
Well,
crab
then.
fishing every time I go, because the crab fishing,
Come on,
the blue crabs. I'm sorry for talking. My bad.
Hold on, Nicholas. Let Willis say what he's
I was
saying.
I was just saying that the blue crabs are so easy to catch. You get like a chicken neck or a turkey neck, and you tie it on a piece of string, and then you tie a piece of rope, of wood, like a piece of driftwood or something to the other end. You just drop it in the water and wait for them to start pulling on it, and then you pull it out of the water straight into the bucket.
I don't think I ever had
Dude,
blue
I
crab
love
before.
it's not even just crab. Like I love fish and I just love seafood. I remember my first bass I ever caught, his name was Dinner, and it was delicious. Like, and I was like 6 or 7 at the time. And then there was one year we went out to we took like a family vacation to oh crap, where did we go? I don't remember where we went. But we went to this beach, we kinda hung out, we went on shore and stuff. But there was one day we were doing some deep sea fishing with like a captain and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
The saying "cuss like a sailor" and stuff like that, it applied to this guy. But
Right.
he took us deep sea fishing, and we I think I had caught a little bit. It was mostly my grandfather and my dad, but we came back with like some amberjack and grouper,
Yeah.
and we cooked that stuff, and it was, oh my god, grouper,
Grouper's
dude.
good, man.
I don't think I tried the amberjack. I know I tried the grouper, and oh my gosh,
Remember?
I'm kind of a
yes,
shrimp guy. I enjoy shrimp.
I
I
love
like
shrimp.
crab legs and lobster
Shrimp's
and
good
seafood,
too, yeah.
but shrimp
Love
is
some
my
good,
thing.
love some good scrimp.
Scrimpy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Baby D got mad at Billy Cole one time and he goes, I'm on aisle 65.
Okay, okay. Nicholas wants it. We're gonna give Nicholas what he wants. This is what Nicholas wants. Hang on. If I could find it.
You see the little cowstep? You're not. Don't go to Enterprise. Who said go to Enterprise?
Well, I'm on 65, goddammit! He's trying to find Amber.
There you go, Nicholas.
Yep.
I miss that
I'm on
voice.
Wow.
65. Damn it.
What other stuff you got on here?
But
You guys are gonna find
I'm
out quick
excited,
that
man. I just
that
can't
don't.
wait. And I just can't wait because, like, I think our offense is gonna be. It may take some time to gel.
Can't get a word edgewise.
Congratulations. How do you feel? I gotta pee. I believe he said he had to go pee.
Quit playing
I
Stinger.
love pushing buttons.
Who was talking over BBD?
Was that Brock?
Yeah.
Brock's
And then
Brock
BBD
RPR.
threw his headphones.
He was talking. He just got into it, and he just BBD had it.
Yeah.
No one let him talk.
And the old man couldn't stand that.
Haven't seen Brock in a while. Is he still around?
I think so.
Yeah, he's been on my shows a couple times,
Has
and
he?
we're
I'll
always
check
talking
yours
on
out.
Facebook and stuff.
Cool.
He's hanging
Well,
around.
so Rama, how's things going down there your way? Are you doing pretty good? Having a good
Doing
spring
good,
so
man.
far?
Doing
Yeah.
good, man. Staying busy, working, and just taking care of things, and just hanging out like a ham and a biscuit, brother. Just
What kind of work do you do?
I work for the UA for the university.
Oh, you still work for the university? Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you
That's a
do?
good job.
Keeps me busy.
Yeah, I would love to work at the university, but I probably couldn't. I would get ran off because there's too many hot chicks down there for me.
Why do you think I'm
I'm
just gonna end up going to UAB? Because I mean, there's
I'm
not women
surprised.
down there, but like,
I'm
Tuscaloosa, you
surprised
can't
Rama
find it.
hasn't already scooped up one of them chicks down there. Rama, what are you
I don't
doing?
know. Maybe I have.
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude.
Maybe I
I'm gonna
did.
have to I'm taking a trip to Tuscaloosa. We're going out to the strip, and we're gonna party, and I'm gonna introduce you to every girl I see, and I'm gonna be like, "This is Ramajamma Taylor from YouTube. He's a stud."
Hey, bye bye.
You should have 2 women on each arm by now.
Yeah. Hey, I want to let
RJT,
y'all in on something. I want to let y'all know some advice.
is
my
your job
grandfather gave
Monday
me.
through Friday?
Yeah, Nicholas. Hang on. What'd you say, Ballard?
I want to let you guys know. My grandfather gave me some words of advice and wisdom. He said you can have multiple women. He said just make sure they got the same name so you don't get them confused.
There you go.
RJT,
That's a wise man right there. What's up, Nicholas?
what days do you work? Monday through Friday?
Yes, sir.
What do you do up there?
Sometimes right now with we've been a little slow, but we've been getting a lot of stuff still. But usually
What do you do up there for the University of Alabama?
we secure the university. We're security guards.
Okay.
Can't go much
Security.
further than that. But yeah,
Top flight security of the world, Craig.
we bust them, we break them.
Don't
Break
bring
the
drugs on
time,
this
man.
campus. I'm on 65.
Yeah.
Now I
always the
want to go
craziest
down there
thing
and get
down there.
shit faced just so Rama can throw me out.
Yeah, I say, come on, Millis.
Oh man.
Come on, 65.
Nah, I'd let Millis stay.
Yeah.
Touching these girls on the ass, they don't like it.
What was that? I'm on 65 ran about.
It was about the slobs, Nicholas, and I believe Billy Cole was trying to show BVD the best route to take down there to go through Andalusia and all that. And I don't know, there was just a miscommunication.
Panama City, 2024. That would be that one. Yeah. Speaking of slobs, I'm actually thinking about going to Nashville next year. I'm actually thinking about that one.
Heck yeah, man. I talked to my mom. She'd like to go and go to the slobs again. She went
That
on a cruise
Nashville?
with me. Yeah. She's never been to Nashville. I've never been to Nashville.
That's in Tennessee.
Yeah. P-Digits called me last night or yesterday evening and asked me was I going. And
watch out for them bandit boys.
I have an aunt who lives in Murfreesboro, right outside of Nashville. I haven't seen her in probably 20 years, and she's getting on up there in a year. I think I'd like to go see my aunt, so it's a good reason. And I'd like to see the slobs too. You know, I could see everybody and go visit my aunt and my cousin.
Did I tell you that, RJT?
What's that, buddy?
I coach baseball.
You did, huh? Now?
Coach baseball.
Oh, you did?
He coaches baseball.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah. Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee.
So are you a position coach or what kind of coach do you do? Pitching coach?
I do a little bit of all. I try to help all the way around. So
that's good.
How long you been doing that?
For a little while, not too long now. But I'm friends with the player's mom. So anyway.
Hey, they better get on the watch out, Nicholas.
No, she's old enough to be my mother, RJT. So
that don't matter. That doesn't matter.
It does to me.
Oh, okay.
And she's married, so yeah, you know.
I got you. A lot of the younger guys go for the older chicks and that, you know, it happens.
Well, she's married. This one's married, so yeah, you know.
Yeah, that sort of throws up a brick wall. But cool.
I would rather live.
Yeah.
What's up, Cody, in the comments? Cody says, breaking news, Nick Saban
She ain't on
is expected to be the name of the co-chair of the Presidential Commission studying college sports. We have been wanting this. We've wanted Nick Saban for college football commissioner for quite a while now, haven't we, Millis?
Hey, RJT.
Yes. Hang on, Nicholas. I'm asking Millis something real fast. Just hold up. Go ahead, Millis.
What were you asking me?
What do you think about that? Nick Saban being the co-chair of the commission.
Well, I think it's great because when you're the GOAT, you deserve such an award. So roll tide and go Nick Saban. You know,
we need to put some. We need to bring back some ability.
One time.
I really hope DeBoer has a better season this year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, don't lose to Vanderbilt again.
No. You know, it's not. We only lost 3 games last season, but the 3 games we lost were games we really shouldn't have lost. Like there were games
Vandy
we should have
definitely
lost but won. And then we had games we shouldn't have lost but lost. So we had a little bit of a mixed
The
bag.
Vandy game, yeah.
But it was the guy's first season, so I'm willing to cut him a break. But I don't know if we can cut him another break. You know, how many breaks do you get at Alabama? Not very many.
Look what he's got to work with this year, Millis. He's got a lot more room to work with what he's got.
I think
he didn't have much room with Milrow.
The talent roster has definitely improved, especially on defense, and hopefully offensive line is going to improve a bunch. So yeah, we definitely going to have a more talented defense, and I'm excited about seeing how that works. And what do you do with the talent is the thing, because Nick Saban could take lesser talent and do more with it. And
Yeah.
whenever Nick Saban had the tip top talent on defense, we smoked him out there every time he had the top talent. And DeBoer's got an opportunity to have a really good defense this year. And hopefully him and his coordinators and his position coaches can put it all together and make it happen for us.
RJT.
Yeah.
So
It took Nick Saban 3 years to win his first championship with Alabama, says Cody. Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, it did.
Hey, RJT.
But you know damn well that DeBoer's head's going to be on a stick if he don't have a great season and get us into the postseason this year. I won't necessarily be mad, but there's a lot of Alabama fans in T-Town that won't have it. They're not.
He's not going to be. He's not going to be Nick Saban because he's not Nick Saban. But
well, of course not. No, but that don't mean he can't be, somewhat as good as Saban. He's a talented coach. I mean, look what he did with Washington.
Yeah.
And so he's got the potential to coach them, and he's hired the staff that I think that can help him get there.
Right.
And we can't forget that football is a team sport, and when I say team, I'm talking about every coach, every manager, every player, all the way down to the water boy is part of that team. And so it's all got to mesh together like a well-oiled machine. And I'm hoping that it will.
Me too, man.
You're
right. It's everybody and the water boy.
I'm still waiting to see who we're going to start on quarterback this season.
Well, I think Simpson's hasn't he already been announced to be starting QB? QB1?
Because I don't know. I haven't kept up with it very much because I've been so busy with the dump
Yeah, he's
truck.
QB1, I do believe. So I'm at.
Hey, RJT.
Simpson, I think he's going to be ready to show out. What's up, Nicholas?
I do know.
Up the standard and get him going. I'll be behind him until he gives me reason to have other doubts. I'll support whoever DeBoer throws up there until he throws 6 interceptions in one game, and I'll be ready to have that.
I think
what we talking about now, man,
and I think his pocket presence and his reading under pressure has got to be better.
I do know one thing about this mama. She's serious. She makes sure her boy behaves, though.
We're talking about Alabama's upcoming season, Ballard. What we're talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
Ty Simpson.
I was on the phone with a friend. So
I was talking about how I coach baseball. So.
But what do you think, Ballard? So we have pretty much Ballard, our QB1 competition's over. It's Ty Simpson, right? Hang on, Nicholas.
Yeah, and Ryan Williams comes back. Bernard comes back. Jam Miller, he comes back, right?
Oh yeah, I do believe.
Yeah,
Miller's coming back.
We'll be good, man. We'll win that Florida State game. We'll win every game up until Georgia, and then that's when the real season starts.
Hey, that's what we thought last year, but then me and Mills were saying, we lost to teams we never thought we'd lose to. But nah, man, we're gonna be in a better position this year.
Vandy.
We don't say that on here. Come on, man.
We won games we shouldn't have won. We lost games we shouldn't have lost. So it balances out.
Just saying.
That's just the Achilles heel or the thorn in the side of a first-year head coach.
First-year head coach. Yep.
Yeah, and we were also talking about how I coach baseball.
Yeah.
Have you guys made a record prediction for Alabama this year? Have you went over the season?
10-2. 10-2. I would go the losses. I would say
Georgia,
only because
maybe.
It's at. I would say at Georgia, and y'all are gonna kill me. I only say this because it's a tough environment and because Kalen DeBoer doesn't know what he's getting into yet. It's possible we slip up against Auburn. Could you see it? on the
No.
road.
I don't know. I don't think we're going to lose to Auburn this year. Auburn's still a shit fire, like the guy said. Auburn's still a dumpster fire, so I don't think we're going to lose that game. I mean,
Do
we
I think
could.
they'll bring their best game? Maybe.
They'll bring their best against Alabama.
Because you'll get that in an Iron Bowl,
Yeah.
But
Now, what we could lose if you're not careful, I do
Auburn's
think we
best
lose
is
to
good enough to
Georgia.
conquer Alabama's best, because both teams are going to bring their best to that game.
oh yeah,
Can Auburn's
Yeah.
A game beat Alabama's A game?
Yeah. Here's the
I don't
schedule
think
real
so.
quick. I look
Yeah,
at
let's
this
go.
schedule.
Can
I
we go
say,
through the schedule?
yeah.
yeah, at Florida
We-
State, even if Florida State rebounds this year, I don't think they
Win.
beat us.
That's a W.
ULM is a win. Wisconsin's a win. Georgia is a
W.
loss, I think.
I agree. I disagree. I think we are Georgia kryptonite. I got that as a W.
I agree, but they at the same time they haven't been to
Vanderbilt's a
Georgia
win.
in 10 years. Vandy's a win. Missouri's a
W.
win. Tennessee at
W.
home is a win.
W.
At South Carolina,
That might be a loss.
that's what I'm thinking. I think that's a trap game because you
Yep.
have to look ahead. Now you get a bye week, but maybe you're in a position where you're coming off a big win against Tennessee and you get amped up for this game. You go on the road and you're like, man, we got everything in front of us. Even though there's a bye week between that and LSU, you're coming off a big win against Tennessee, most likely, and it could potentially lead to a close game and possible loss. But I don't know, man. I think South Carolina's going to be dangerous this year.
Can I make a point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, and here's why. Because we're
Okay.
coming off of these several wins in a row. Even if we lose Georgia, we're going to be coming off of a couple of wins and going into South Carolina. And South Carolina is starting to build momentum in the SEC. They really have an improved team, and those
Yeah.
fucktards coming back on quarterback. And so I think South Carolina is a more dangerous team to us than Georgia.
Oh, Sellers,
yes,
yeah.
thank you. And so
Did you call him?
what I say, fuckface? I don't remember. But so that could be, like you said, a trap game for us. And let's say that I'm wrong and we lose Georgia. All right.
Yeah.
So we have the one loss going into that South Carolina game. In South Carolina, I don't know their schedule, what they have before us, but we're going to be at that shithole Williams-Brice Stadium. And I think that we have more potential to lose that game than any of the games before it so far. So I'm putting that
their
as a
games, their couple games before us, they get a bye on October 4th after Kentucky, but their October stretch is at LSU on the 11th, home against Oklahoma, and then home against us.
Oh,
Okay.
so they're going to
That's
be battle tested.
interesting.
Yeah,
They'll be
Yeah.
battle tested, but even if they win those games, expect like Oklahoma and LSU to give them a dogfight. They'll be banged up a little bit, so we probably could be okay there.
They're probably going to beat LSU and probably beat Oklahoma.
Yeah,
That's it.
I
Oh,
think
that's all.
both. Did I say both were on the road? No,
Yeah, you
LSU's
did.
on the road. Oklahoma's at home.
At
No,
Williams-Brice.
LSU's at home for Bama.
LSU's on the. Well, no, we're talking about South Carolina now.
yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So what do we have? What do we have after South Carolina?
LSU at
LSU.
home. At home.
LSU. So, but we have a bye week between that, don't we?
Yes, on November 1st.
Yeah,
So
'cause
we
we
get a
always
week to
play
prepare.
LSU after the bye week,
Yeah, in November.
and then we have LSU at Bryant Denny.
Oklahoma at Bryant Denny.
That's a win and a win. LSU's
Eastern
a W.
Illinois.
Oklahoma
That's a
W.
win.
And then
W.
Auburn.
Oh,
You know
man,
what
Eastern
Auburn
Illinois,
stands
that's going to
for?
be a hard one.
That's a trap
So I
game.
think
It's before
I
Auburn.
agree with the 10-2, but I disagree with the losses. I think that
So I
think
want
that
I
our
want to spell
losses,
something out.
our
So-
potential losses are Georgia and South Carolina to me, and I'm probably wrong because usually I am. Don't know a whole lot about what I'm ever talking about unless it's a dump truck. But
You know,
I think that we lose
Auburn.
South Carolina and
Au-
possibly Georgia.
yeah,
I see
Auburn
that.
is an
Now
acronym.
go ahead with your point.
I was going to say Auburn is an acronym. It stands for, it's AUBURN. It stands for Alabama usually beats us round November.
Around November. Yep.
I've heard that
I
before. I
coach
like that.
baseball, by the way, Ballard.
What's
You
that?
missed that conversation.
What's that?
I coach baseball.
Coach Nicholas. Coach Long.
Amen.
Put me in, Coach.
That mama,
Anyway,
that mama I
I
was
want to
telling you
see
about is serious
what's
with her
Auburn
boy.
look like. Auburn Tigers schedule.
You know,
Who did they go?
RJT?
I know.
Oh,
Nicholas.
oh my God. Look at this. At Baylor to open things up on a Friday.
That's probably a loss for them.
Ball State, South
Hell,
Alabama wins.
that's a W.
Dude,
Two
they could
W's.
easily look at this. They could be in their first 5 games. They could be 2-3. They could lose at Baylor, Oklahoma, and Texas A&M are back-to-back weeks, and they're both on the road. And they got
Yeah,
Georgia. Dude,
they
they're
got
not
back to
making
back
another
home
bowl
games.
game. They're not making another bowl game. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Missouri.
That's a
They could probably beat
Arkansas.
Missouri and Arkansas. They could try those.
Arkansas's on the road though.
Arkansas is on the road. I'll give you that. At Vandy, oh my gosh! I hope they go to Vanderbilt and get their butts handed
They probably
to them
will,
like we
Ballard.
did. I know.
Diego
That's what
Pavia
makes
will
it
do
funny.
it. Diego Pavia beats Hugh Freeze one more time.
He got that extra year, man. Diego Pavia is coming back.
He's not beating y'all again though.
No, I don't think so. Might give us a little bit of a fight, but we'll get revenge.
Yeah, because it's not at Vandy. And
Yeah.
you know, RJT.
What's that?
Yeah, that I got the mama's number to make sure her kid's behaving. So
Is that so?
yeah,
You
she's serious.
enemy
She wants
line?
her kid to be behaving, not doing any stupid stuff, as a mama should, right?
That's what mamas are best at, making sure we don't do nothing stupid. That's a mama doing a
And
job.
I can tell you this: she ain't on 65. Gosh darn it!
She ain't on 65.
I gotta get me a cool ass Bryant Denny background like you guys have. That's what I need.
A what?
I need a cool background like you guys got that Bryant Denny.
She's on I-24.
Yeah. That's part of the green screen effect. I don't have a green screen, but if you set it up right, you can still use it.
Yeah, you don't have to have a green screen on StreamYard.
Just don't check that box that says you have a green screen. Lie to
Yeah,
stream.
there's a way to set it up on StreamYard. I just don't know how.
I do
know it can be
text her every
done,
day though.
but I'll work on that. Yeah, you can tell Ballard's green screening. Look at him. You look like a ghost for a minute.
Look at my hand. Look at my
Sorry
hand.
about that, fellas.
Fingers got cut off.
Yeah.
Sorry about that
Now
hiccup.
you're green screening too, right? You both
Oh,
are
yeah.
green screening. Yeah.
I got a couple
Light
different
off.
pictures I could use.
Oh,
that's
Now I'm
awesome.
just a
You
now
look
I'm
like
just a
the
shadow.
you're kind of the dark side of Alabama football. You look like
what
the
in the
emperor.
world is happening?
America.
RJT looks a little creepy.
Oh, this is a
there.
good picture.
That's
This
a
is
good picture.
I took that at the
Look at you,
Alabama
man. How old
Sports
were
Hall
you?
of Fame.
You look young.
I had to be 19.
Darn.
Had to be 19. I had
Is
just
that Bear
started out on the
Bryant
channel.
statue?
Yep, and I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's the
think of
bear.
who else is there.
I can't. The SEC logo's got one of them covered.
Go back to it.
Go
Ballard.
Blazers. Go Blazers. Let me go
Go
back to the
Blazers.
statue one.
That's
So
what's his name?
That's the bear. Is one of them
That's,
Starbucks?
no, that's Denny.
Yeah, that's
Isn't
That's
it?
Denny.
Coach Denny.
Oh, the president. Wasn't he
Yeah.
the president?
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
guy's Denny. I don't know the midget in the middle, but that's Denny right there.
The
That's
midget.
why it's named Bryant Denny.
No, Bryant is Barrett Bryant. Denny is the former president of
That's
Alabama.
why the stadium is called Bryant Denny.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, did
Oh,
y'all
fuck.
RJT Taylor? Did you go to the USF game last year?
No.
So you
Didn't
missed the.
Milrow get benched again in that game?
Nah, he did fine.
I thought he got benched in the USF game.
Last year, year before.
Yeah, that was.
That was wild. Because he got benched for Simpson. Or
They wanna
no,
go,
he got
"Oh,
benched for Buckner.
It's because it's raining.
It was
No,
Buckner.
that ain't no
Yeah.
excuse.
Buchner is terrible.
Anyway, I was asking you about the USF game, Taylor, because I got a video, if you want to see it real quick, of Saban's address when they renamed the field.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah.
There in the thing.
I can skip to where he talks real quick because this is all like 7 minutes. But
Yes, please. Because this is loud. Right there, right there.
For me to welcome one of those gentlemen, Coach Nick Saban.
I respect that man every day of the week.
I hope that this field being honored in our name is representative of how we represent but also that it represents all the players who played here and contributed to the success of the program and all the coaches who worked to help those players be successful. And our administration, Greg, Dr. Bell, but most importantly, Mal Moore and Dr. Witt, who gave us the opportunity to come to the University of Alabama. And you, the man, who given us some of the greatest memories anybody could ever imagine.
I get chills.
By being your coach for 17 years in the greatest physical program ever in America when it comes to football. Well, thank you so much. God bless you and a long time.
oh yeah,
What a time to be alive.
dude. Like I could tell my kids one day, like, hey, there was a legendary coach that they renamed Bryant Denny after, and I got to see it live. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
up? Yeah.
Heck
Let me
yeah.
tell you.
RJT.
Let me
Go
tell you
ahead.
about this though.
Go
So
ahead.
I'm old enough to have witnessed 2 legendary coaches at Alabama, and
Yeah.
I feel blessed about that. That's a blessing.
Bear Bryant, too.
Bear Bryant and Nick Saban, 2 legendary Alabama coaches. And
Now, where would you call Stallings a legend? I know he only had the one championship, but he had some good teams in the 90s and late 80s.
Yeah.
Gene Stallings was becoming a legend, but
He was
didn't.
becoming a legend, but never achieved it. Okay. I got you. I agree.
When was Bear Bryant there?
A long time, like pretty much like what
Bear
the
Bryant
late
coached from
50s to
1958 to 1982.
dang. Yeah,
He
because
died
he
in
passed in
83, right?
Yeah.
82, he
And
died in 83.
no Georgia fans, you didn't kill him. A heart attack did.
But them gold cards like to say that though.
They
But
like to say that because they kept
his
winning
last game was the 1982 Liberty Bowl against Illinois, and then he died a
I
month
need to
later. So
go.
he never coached in the '83 season.
that's a game I want to review and look at because obviously that being his last game, what was it, 315 wins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to go back and watch that game.
You know what?
Yeah.
If you ever take a notion to broadcast that game, I would watch it with you.
Yeah.
That'd be cool
Well,
to
you
live
see,
stream
you
that.
see what
It's on YouTube.
you see what happened
Yeah,
to
it's on
me.
YouTube.
I was trying to stream the 2012 Alabama LSU game, starting the stream, and they took it down within the first 10 minutes. So I said,
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Liberty
you know
Ball's
what we
so
could
old
do?
that they wouldn't
You know what we could do,
copyright
Taylor?
that Liberty Ball.
We don't have to live stream anything.
"Yeah, we
We
won't
don't
have
even
one."
have to record. Just send us a link, and as Bama fans, privately, we can watch old games together.
Mm-hmm. But not only that, that 82 Liberty Bowl is not going to get copyright infringement because it's too old. There's I want to say 20-year limit on that stuff. If anything over 20 years old or something like that, it's already.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I watch a lot of free movies that are older movies that way on YouTube. They're movies that are either public domain or no longer copyrighted, and so somebody posted them up. Smokey and the Bandit was on there. Somebody finally grabbed it.
That's a good movie.
Smokey and the Bandit was on YouTube for free for years, and then they finally grabbed it up. Whoever owns the movie rights to Smokey and the Bandit re-up the copyright on it, and then you can still watch it on YouTube, but you have to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with like Weird Science. Weird Science was a movie from the 80s, and they did that. It was on YouTube for free, and somebody grabbed it.
His name is
reinstated the copyright or some shit.
I guess you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump expected to co-chair. Nick Saban expected to co-chair President Donald Trump Commission on College Sports. Oh, wow.
Oh,
real.
shit. It's going to be huge.
I'm gonna watch an old Bama game tonight, kinda. I like going back and watching some of the some of the wins, obviously, but you remember that year we beat Mississippi State, who was #1 in 2014?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
I
watch
thought
that
that.
game again.
Yeah, because they
I
had
think we
like
blew the
Dak
brakes off
Prescott or
them.
somebody.
Yeah, but old Dak, old Cowboy man.
Speaking
love
of
Dak
Cowboys,
Prescott.
I'm
I
a
do
Cowboys
like
fan.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, not proud of it, but
Yeah.
Sometimes
I have
if
no
I'm working
NFL
out in my
team.
shop, I will I'll play the old the 2 and 26 game as background. You know.
That's how I kill time during the off season, man. Go back and watch you some old football games. It doesn't even have to just be Alabama. Like, I love watching some old like Michigan State, or not like Michigan State. Well, sometimes I don't know, but like Michigan, Ohio State. I've heard so much on like the game of the century 06 game or whatever, and how good of a game that was. I don't remember ever watching that one when I
Have
was
you ever
like,
heard of something called the Heidi Bowl? The Heidi game?
what?
Have you ever heard of something called the Heidi game? Okay.
No.
The Heidi game was 1968, I believe, and it was the AFC Championship game, the Jets versus the Colts, and
Yeah.
I think it was Joe Namath era, and so they allotted 3 hours for the game, and the game wound up going into overtime, and either the Colts or the Jets, it was probably the Jets that were kicking the game-winning field goal, and NBC was airing this game, and they right when the the ball was snapped and placed. The NBC cut to Heidi, the musical Heidi.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody ever knew who won that game for a minute. And
Oh my God.
yeah,
Was it the Super Bowl?
Nobody knew who won the AFC Championship because NBC
It was the
threw
AFC
Heidi
title.
No, the AFC
Yeah.
title. So this was
AFC
after they met in the
Championship.
Super
The
Bowl.
AFC title, same thing. That's what I said. AFC Championship game. And so the world was stirred, you know, because nobody knew who won the damn game, and it actually changed the way they broadcast games in football, in NFL and college. So what they do now to this day, because of that game, is if a game goes into overtime, they just let it run until it plays out without preempting it. They have a rule with the NFL on it.
And you said this game was what year?
I believe it was 1968 AFC Championship.
It was to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You can Google Heidi game on YouTube, you know, or keyword it, whatever. And
the winner.
Oh, the AFL. It was called the AFL at the time, but it was it the Jets and Raiders?
Raiders and Jets, yes, my bad. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it was the NFL, but it was the AFC.
I found something that's like 24.5 minutes long on it. I might check it out.
It was the AFC and the NFC.
Well, at the time it was NFL, AFL, but yeah.
The first Super Bowl was 1967. That's when I was born. During the first Super Bowl, I was coming out of my mother's womb.
But I'm just calling it the AFC because that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't have an NFL team, guys.
I really don't either, but I'm kind of an AFC guy. I like the Ravens pretty good, and
I like to.
I love Lamar Jackson.
I like to keep up with the Alabama players, but
see, when Lamar was at Louisville, I hated him. I just thought Lamar was a bunch of hype when he was playing at Louisville, but when he went to the NFL, he really shut my mouth for me.
Yeah,
and
he was good in college too.
He was, but he was like, to me, like a Shadur type guy. He just had too much going on around him, off field and stuff like that.
He won the Heisman, so
I know. I didn't pick up on Lamar until he went to the NFL, to the Ravens, and then of course they kicked out old Flacco, and I never could stand that guy. He's one of them that don't know what a football looks like, and so when he took over Flacco's job, Flacco's at Cleveland now. Didn't he come out of retirement and go to Cleveland?
Yeah. You talking about Joe Flacco? Yeah, he's with the Browns.
Joe Flacco. Yeah, he went out of retirement to
he's not going to start.
Right, he's like a backup or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, credit to his agent. The guy's made $4 million, $40 million, and ain't never done shit in football. So he's got a great agent. But
the Cowboys didn't do crap in the offseason.
I guess if I had to pick a NFL team, it would be the Ravens. Because they got Derrick Henry now, too, and that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
King Henry.
So go Ravens. Sometimes I like to just watch Derrick Henry highlights.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's a monster.
Do you remember when he first, when he first got to Alabama in like 14 before his Heisman campaign, he wore number 22. If you go back and watch, I think against Auburn or somebody that year, he like stiff-armed a man and ran over him and just kind of took it to the end zone, man.
He stiff-armed that guy so hard I felt it, dude.
That was brutal.
Know. He was a dump truck coming through.
You remember 2019 with Najee Harris against South Carolina where he pushed a guy down, he hurdled the man and broke the tackle? When he hurdled, I felt like I levitated too.
Him and
I felt when Najee hurdled that defender, I felt like I was high on drugs. I'm like, I'm floating with you, Najee.
Balor was ready to run out there.
Yeah, right.
He got
Like,
fired
find me
up.
the nearest brick wall.
He's gonna run through it like the Kool-Aid
my
man.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
How about Julio retiring last month?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm happy for him, man. I mean, I'm sad that we won't see him play anymore, but he's earned it, man. I
Yeah,
just
he's
hate he
definitely
didn't get a
earned it.
Super Bowl ring.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I hated the Falcons, and I still kind of hate the Falcons because I'm a Bucks fan, but there was part of me that wanted them to hold on to that 28-3 for Julio. Because wasn't he well, he was probably in like year 4 or something. It had been a little while for him.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, he's earned his retirement. He's good.
He's put a lot of games in, man.
Yeah.
He's done.
He was the first receiver I remember from my lifetime outside of well, no, maybe he was the first receiver I remember watching like as a kid. I mean, I've heard of names like Tyrone Pythro or what's his name?
Profo.
Yeah. Like, I've heard of him, but I don't remember ever watching him like in front of my eyes.
I think I caught the tail end of that. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. What would you do if you saw that? Just see the catch with your own naked eyes. Caught it over the dude's helmet. That was crazy. Then tumbles over, gets his ankle in the end zone.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we'll pull up the catch. We'll watch the catch, and then we're gonna shut this one down, boys. We've been live for a good bit now.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired.
Pro throw catch.
We lost Nicholas.
Yeah, Nicholas dipped out on us. Thank you, Nicholas, for joining. It was good seeing him. We're gonna
See you, Nicholas.
share screen that. Here it is, boys.
Who was this against?
Southern Miss.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Look how he caught that.
Is that Southern Miss? That is
Yeah.
Southern Miss.
Yeah,
Look at him slide on his knees like that. He was down before the end zone, but
Could have broke his neck, man.
he could have broke his knees. Look at this.
He didn't do that till later.
That broke both of his necks. A flag on the play, though. Did that play stick? I saw a flag.
He's down, put it on his neck, on the neck of Jasper Falk.
I think they called it back. I can't remember.
I don't remember that game.
It's just one of those plays that just wouldn't have counted back then. I don't know.
Well, Billis, Ballard, I appreciate y'all. As always.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, dude. Yeah, appreciate it. Happy birthday.
Thank you, man. I want to do more of these live streams and get you guys back in here, man.
Dude, we need to start up a Taylor, remember we were talking a couple months ago about starting up a Bama show. Why not the three of us kind of come together and do it weekly on your channel? We'll keep growing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's do that.
We can either start in the season or we could do like next, like shoot, just hit me up, man. We'll keep in touch about it. We need a good title and just kind of giving our takes on college football and especially Alabama football.
And I think Millis would be a great addition. Millis, I know you're a busy man, but whenever you can get in there and talk a little Bama football with us.
We should call it Gump Tard Tuesday or something.
That sounds mighty fine to me.
Gump Tard Tuesday.
Gump Tard Tuesday.
I like it.
I'll take it.
I usually work Tuesdays.
T-Town Tuesday. T-Town Tuesday. That's a good name.
T-Town Tuesday.
I could do Thursday.
T-Town Thursday. It sounds good. It runs. It flows. I would definitely participate with
what about Titletown Thursday?
Paddletown Thursday. I like that. We could have different. We could have Law Tide. You know, whoever wants to come in that's a Bama fan.
Yeah, get LT and whoever.
And then if we get it like the week of the game, get a guess from the opponent. Like LSU, we could get up like Tiger
that's
Cat
a good
or
idea, Ballard. That's a great idea. Yeah. Yep. Have a guest from the opposing team fan base on there, or maybe two.
You know what's funny though? Do we know any Auburn in the community? Like any Auburn?
There's some.
The only one I remember is Cranges, and I don't think he's around anymore.
Yeah.
I forgot about Cranges.
Cranges was a Barner, but I ain't seen Cranges in a few years.
I know A-Bomb, he's an Auburn fan, right?
A-Bomb, yep. I hadn't seen him in a while. Is he still on?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We need to come up with something, man.
Andy
fan. We'll keep in touch, man. Y'all got my number.
Heck yeah. Hey, wouldn't be nothing hard to put something together. Knowing how we roll. We can put something nice together and
how we what?
How we put things together already, we can come up with something pretty good. So let's do that.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll, Tide, roll. We always roll.
If you want to know, if you ever want to walk the heavenly streets of gold, you got to know the password, boys and girls. Roll, Tide, roll.
You should clip that, Rama. Clip that.
I might just do
That'd be
that.
a good clip.
Yeah,
that would be a great clip.
We need to get some new stingers in here.
Hey, you got some pretty good ones now.
You're doing good. It ain't got no gas in it. Ain't got no gas in it.
Well, fuck.
That's a good one. Vic 2 is a great producer.
Oh, what's this one? This is Vic 2.
Yeah, you can kiss my fucking ass.
You're muffled, Millis. Say that again, Millis.
I say VicTube is a fountain of stingers.
Yes, we love VicTube.
Did you seriously add a bunch of chess ones?
Yeah, those are old.
I have a pornography addiction.
Hey, look at it. My hands are right here.
That is recent. That is recent.
My hands are right here. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
He owes you money still, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to beat a dead horse.
Crap.
I'm sorry.
You're fine, Millis.
I apologize.
I got you some of my stingers right here. Look, check this out. Shout out. Look, I know he wasn't a great quarterback and all that. I mean, he kind of was, but I gotta talk to Milrow. Roll Tide. I mean, Georgia fans, what are you doing?
Come on, man.
5-star.
I can't explain it to you if you're not going to let me explain it to you.
Oh man, I miss them.
I sure do. Yeah, J-Web was a good one.
J-Dub was good.
And golf?
You got any BVD stingers?
Yeah.
I don't think I do. I got a bunch of Nick Saban and stuff. You do. I got a bunch of Nick Saban and like a Tom Brady one or whatever.
I'll give you one good BVD stinger that you haven't seen on this one. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is.
And shit like this. How the hell are you gonna drive 40 miles an hour on the goddamn interstate? What the hell's wrong with you, you dumbass redneck? And get off the phone!
What's up,
Now,
Squid
what was
Card?
beautiful about that
That's
stinger is... Go ahead,
Like
Ballard.
Coleman drivers. I was going to say that's like Coleman drivers, 45 miles an hour on the interstate. Can't drive worth a damn. Some of y'all.
So my favorite part of that 3 or 4 second stinger was him screaming, "You dumbass redneck," while the camera pans around over all that Tennessee gear in the back of his truck. That was freaking awesome. That was amazing.
That and when he said, and get off the phone as he turned the camera back. Back
He's recording, so he's on something too. So he didn't have much.
Oh, you got some Carl Childers ones.
I kind of want something other to eat.
I reckon
You guys
we
got
got
any-
in there.
I'll tell you another gold mine for stingers is TK. Do you have any TK stingers?
I do not.
Any of that? Because what was I talking about? I forgot. She's always doing that, you know. I'm not trolling on her
Yeah.
much.
Nah, TK's cool.
TK's awesome.
We love TK.
Yeah.
We've actually been talking some in the group chat that we've got going on. I had the group chat muted for 2 years, and then all of a sudden it's not muted. I don't know what's up with that, but I've been
We're
talking
good,
around
right?
some.
Like, we all good.
I got to meet her, and she was just kind and the sweetest thing to
Yeah,
me,
she's-
and she was just chill.
Sweet gal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. She's good people.
It's just funny because, like, when you meet the slobs in real life, man, like even
Yeah.
Uncle Lou is like all for show, like on YouTube, which is awesome. Like he's really down to earth. Like he was calm, he was cool, he was collective on the cruise and all that. It was fun, man. Everyone just gets
Well-
along. We all love each other and everything, man. It's what's great.
It's nice to have everybody together.
Yeah.
Ray, I'm gonna get out of here, but I'm gonna leave you guys with something, and you
Yeah.
can either thank me or scorn me later. Okay?
All right.
If you guys want to be disturbed and yet entertained at the same time, you get on your YouTube keywords and you look up something called Pete the Meat Puppet,
Oh God.
and you see what that's about. And
Wait, what's
I'm gonna
it
leave-
called?
Pete the Meat Puppet. It's kind of a
The
song.
Meat
Yeah.
Puppet. Okay.
Pete the Meat Puppet. It's a little song that tells a story. Now, the reason I'm telling you guys about this is because TK played it on one of her streams the other day that she was doing with this guy Baker, and they were talking about it and stuff. And so, if you guys want to learn what that was all about, look up Pete the Meat Puppet on YouTube. It's 16 years old, so it's old. It's been on a while, but it's interesting and disturbing, and yet somehow entertaining and beautiful.
All right.
The whole
Sounds like my
monster
channel.
stuff. So you guys check out Pete the Meat Puppet, and I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Happy birthday, RJT, and Ballard.
Thank you,
have a
man.
great evening, sir, and roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Millis. Love you, buddy.
Well, Ballard,
Yeah.
your channel's doing just fine, buddy.
Heck
You
yeah.
got it. You got it going on.
You know it, man. We just got to get those watch hours up, man. We're working on it.
Yeah, you know, it's the watch hour. It's that.
That's what, honestly, at this point, I really don't care about that. Like, I just want to hang out and work on my own time.
Yeah.
Because this whole monetization thing, like, YouTube wants you to do it for a living, and I can't do it, man. I
Yeah.
care less about money.
I mean, you got a life, you got other stuff going on, but it's nice that
Yeah.
whatever time you do put in hanging out with your friends and doing the stuff, you know, it does add to that, and you know, maybe
Heck
it'll
yeah.
open that up. But usually, it wasn't like this. It was like they didn't go. You didn't get your monetization based off watch hours before. It was actually
You just
based
used to
off-
have to hit 1,000 subs or whatever.
Yeah, but
Now you got to hit like 4,000 watch hours or whatever it is.
yeah, but you know what? We ain't worried about that, are we, Ballard?
I want the money. No, we're not worried.
Uh,
Just give me my money.
money ain't everything. Money just makes
Nah, I
things a
know.
little easier, but what we
Trust me,
do,
man, I'm
the
learning
memories
about
we
money,
make,
and
the
it's
things we
like,
do, and everything we've done, and all the memories,
Yeah.
and all that. No amount of money could buy that.
Yeah, man.
So that's
For
why
sure.
money is not a issue here. We just do this for fun.
Dude, we need to get you to the lake sometime, man. Come hang out with us this summer.
All right,
You got my number. Call me up.
let's do some fishing, bro.
Let's do it. Heck yeah. We'll take the
Yeah.
boat out. We got an in or two. Yeah.
Do you
Ready
now?
off. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get some time off and come up there with you, man.
Yeah, man. I'll talk to my grandparents about it. We'll work something out.
All right, that sounds like a good time, man. We should definitely
Well, I'm
do
gonna
that.
I'm gonna try to hit the hay, man. I love you, brother, and a big roll tide to everybody. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Ballard. Love you, man.
Awesome. Love you.
See you, buddy. All right. Well, this concludes this birthday stream. I appreciate those who got on the panel. Mills Vanillas, Ballard, and even had old St. Nicholas. It was really good to see Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas, for coming on here, buddy. Good to see you. And with that, peace out, everybody. And I hope you guys have a great tomorrow. And we'll be back with you here on the channel here soon with some exciting content. So peace out. Roll Tide Roll to everybody out there in the Alabama Nation. Good night.
Alabama, roll tide, Alabama.